On the VTuber grind, eh? Well, I'm more on the Path of Exile grind, but I ain't trying to have lights in my eyes when it's this hot outside. Radium, what's good, King? Hey, a lot's good, but I'll tell you what isn't good. D4 bad. Orthorius thinks it's 202 bits. Live in 30? No. Live right now. I couldn't wait. I'm like, I'm gonna say that I'll go live at 6. And then I'm gonna take a shower. And then I'm gonna get ready to stream. And it was like 5:30 and I'm like, well, fuck it. We'll start early. Call the cops. I don't care. We got Castle Doctrine here. Harzulian's boy thinks with a scuff big, appreciate. Game screen turn on. Who needs a shower really? I mean, I took one. It was just doesn't take that long to take a shower, to be perfectly honest. You know, half an hour tops, right? You know, at maximum. And there you are. Continuing on the journey of Mr. Craterhoof Behemoth entering the battlefield over and over. Much like his ancestors, the Season 1 Cho'Gurtho, Season 2 Actually Huge, wearing the Deepest Tower helmet, which they took out of the game, and playing the Smith of Katava class, which they heavily nerfed by accident. He is carrying the torch forward.
Loads. We obviously know a little bit about what's coming.
Loads.
Massive, big.
My word, it has exploded. Loads. So, we're coming a bit early.
We're coming a bit earlier. Things with bits. Things with 1,000. They don't appreciate it like we connoisseurs do. That's true. Goddamn these graphics after playing Nintendo 64 all day, SG Arcade. Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to watching some of it on the old second monitor for a dose of nostalgia. I think was an old continent. Yeah, Nintendo 64 straight to Path of Exile 2. We are skipping a few generations of minor graphical updates, for sure. What's up, Psycho Babase? Hello, HeyWoah. Did you see the leak about the alleged Ogre refresh? I did not. Hold up. Are we canceling POE? Is POE canceled? Hold up. Clicking on Giga. Liked by White Fang. Could this... Is this what it is in Discord? I'm not even... Hold up. Ogres, my lord. Huge refresh? I want to believe. Three unique heroes. Unique Tyrant, Monstar, Daughter of Glob. Oh, Daughter of Glob Glittermaw, just like in the lore. The leader of the Meat Fist Maw tribe, the one that won the Civil War against the Boulder Fist. Alfrestun. Any lore enjoyers in the Age of Sigmar chat? Unique Butcher, on a War Machine, hell yeah. Sounds good. Unique Man-Eatler. I was actually kind of hoping they would get rid of the Man-Eaters as a concept, but it's fine, it's fine. Female Man-Eaters War Master. She better be fucking big. New Hunters, new Mournfang. Oh, new Mournfang. Mournfang have sucked for 9 years. Is it time? Is it time? I don't know. They could look sick too. Anyway, other new Butchers, other new Tyrant, new Gluttons, new Iron Guts. It's everything. Except my entire army. Which is all of the Beast Claw. No. Zero Beast Claw mentioned. Pop. Okay. Guys, I'm not feeling so good. I mean, okay, Mournfang is, it's true. Mournfang are Beast Claw. That is true. I'm just like, none of the monsters, Icebrow Hunter, Frost Sabers, Yetis, you know, all that stuff. But it's true. Mournfang are indeed mentioned. So there is that. I was kind of playing it up for the camera that isn't even on right now because I'm on the stupid VTuber thing. New Iron Guts. Hopefully they will have iron in and around their guts. Because for a while now, it's been plastic guts, tissue paper guts. You know, we'll see. More fatty things. I am monitoring this. Interesting. Fascinating. Monitoring this. Looking into this. Observing this. And it's true, Rainier, Wolf, Castle, Avon, Beastclaw are technically the newest of the old range. Although they are indeed showing their age, if I'm going to be completely honest, even though I still like them, right? They did say in more fatty things. Yeah, it's true. I mean, look, the Hopium can still... Where's my image? Oh no, I just installed Windows 11. I don't know where anything is anymore. Help. Alright, this is me. Live HeyWoah reaction. Live HeyWoah, it's me. Image. Hold up, I'm doing it. I wasn't prepared for this. Usually I prepare for this and I got reaction images ready, but you caught me unawares because I didn't look at Giga one time. And so here we are. All right, live HeyWoah reaction. This is me. Straight from the cave. Sheesh. The world's most low-pitched sheesh. Sheesh. Anyway, all right, hype levels at 7 billion%, roughly the temperature in a supernova or something, I'm ready. Pog if true, yeah. You can take the edge off. New 5-color Spider Slop Commander is hilariously bad. I mean, yeah, so is Ang. But there's a card or two in there that's kind of neat. I like, what, Craven's Last Hunt. That's a cool card. Say the line, Bart. It goes great in 6. Going right in. Everything goes great in 6. You can any permanent at all. Big women ogre models for the death of Beastclaw. You making that deal, chat? I don't give a shit as long as they look cool. That's my thing. I draw a line in the sand, but it's not a very deep line in the sand. You just have to look sweet. Like, be cool looking. And that's it. If it looks like One Piece played off as a joke, cringe kind of shit, I will complain about it. But if it looks fucking sick, then we're good. That's it. I'm simple, man. That's all I ask. Look at this. Get a load of this 2D guy wanting cool models. We'll have woman boobs instead of man tatas. We'll get some... That would have been an unrelated meme. Never mind. Never mind. Best you can do is GW cringe humor model. Yeah, probably. Like that cross-dressing man-eater they quietly retired 4 years ago. So fucking lame. Like, embarrassing. I don't think they'll be able to help themselves. I think they think that ogres are one of the funny factions. Unfortunately. But we'll see. I mean, they did, what is it? Horns of Hashish. They did those guys pretty good. They were pretty faithful, and they tried to make them look cool. You know? Maybe ogres can get that too? Ogres? Yeah, with the rolling pin. You liked it? Alright, I mean, there's no accounting for taste. I thought it was cringe. But maybe it came from a different era. Yo Destruction gets a quadrilla? Oh, please. I want a quadrilla. A Tri-Rex, which is a 3-headed T-Rex that bleeds gravity. Copyrighted, by the way. Unique idea, do not steal. That's straight from my Rifts game. You guys are gonna fight that if we ever have another game. Yeah, it bleeds gravity. I came up with that because I'm like, you know, aliens from the movie Alien, they're extra deadly because they bleed acid. Alright, well, what's stronger than acid? Gravity. Alright, then the Tri-Rex bleeds gravity. Eat shit. This is the first time you think you've heard me excited, exaggerated or otherwise. I try to keep a median profile. But you have to understand, for me personally, okay? Here's my trajectory of both an Age of Sigmar player and an Age of Sigmar content creator. I started at the perfect time, right before COVID. Big YouTubers saw my first 2 videos and shouted them out, including Vince, which is why I still never stream Wednesday during his show, as a sign of respect to this day. And it was in first edition, and all the angry Warhammer fantasy people were being mean, and a shitty thing happened to them, so I guess, you know, fine, but you don't need to shit on people who like the new game, right? Anyway, it was great. And then second edition was even better. And it was at the peak of COVID, and I was making 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 view videos and stuff. The edition was great. Everything was sick. And 3rd edition came out, and it looked sick, but actually it sucked. And it got old real fast. And most of the people I knew kind of just were like waiting for 4th edition for over 2 years. Okay? Then 4th edition comes out, and it looks sick, and it is, and then all the army rules are so boring and bad that I'm actually just waiting on 5th edition again. So we're 2 editions in a row of me not thinking the game is very good, and I can't make content saying how good the game is if I don't feel that. Some content creators can do it, and if I could do it, I would still be probably a real content creator or something, but I just couldn't. And so this is the first exciting bit of news I've had in like 4 years for AOS. So, I mean, it takes a lot to get me excited, but this is something, at least. It's a thing for my army. And it's something they can't take away from me, right? When the Battle Tome for Ogres comes out, I'm sure the rules will be boring and fucking suck, just like everybody else's this edition. But the rules come and go. If the models are great, then I'll get to paint them up and customize them and do some painting streams and make them look cool. And yeah, they might sit on my shelf because the rules suck, but at least I'll have that, you know? And it'll look great. Never underestimate how your guys looking fucking awesome can pull you through the low times. Anyway, I took some advice because I'm kind of a one-game man, right, as it pertains to content. I'm the Age of Sigmar guy, right? This is me during 1st edition, me during 2nd edition. And I'm like, what you want to do, it's sort of like investing or money in the bank. You want to make sure people watch you for you and not just like that one game. Because someday that game might suck, you know, and then no one watches you. And so I tried to put some Personas in there and some Diablos in there and some, you know, fucking Road Warden and just, you know, things to just plant the seed in case AOS ever, you know, had a bad edition or two. But it didn't really work out, as you can see. But I still think it was a good idea. Hey, reacts to new ogres. It is all ogre. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Make a video for it and everything. As a Grey Knights and Tau player, you feel that intensely. Yeah, and it's kind of how it is dealing with Games Workshop a lot of times. So made affiliate. I was already affiliate. I made partner. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I made partner. But yeah, and it was all thanks to everybody else. Maybe 2% me, but you're sure this has been asked somewhere before, but if you're a 40k player, you play both, what faction would you even play? I think I did a stream looking into it once or twice, and I decided that the armies I would be even remotely interested, right? Just thinking about it, you know? Just surface level. Haven't looked into it, just sight unseen. Sisters of Battle look great. And so, yeah, Sisters of Battle look great. I like the dwarves. And I like exactly half of the Mars people. But the other half of the Mars people I actually really don't like. So you don't want to pick up an army that half of it you love and half of it you hate. Because chances are Games Workshop is going to choose the one that you hate to fully support moving forward. So long story short, at a glance, Sisters of Battle, maybe dwarves. Those are the two most interesting looking factions, just visually, and the most surface level, you know, lore implications. I don't know what their gameplay is like or anything. Shaka, thanks for the follow. You've been down on GW for a while too. Their models are way too expensive for mid rules. Yep. Mans took the chance. You set him up for and spiked that ball. Got him. Typed it too fast. Curious which half? I'd have to bring them back up again, but it's anything that looks like a stupid contraption. Like some ornithopter crap with stupid wings on it. Don't like any of that. Some of the robots I do like, even though they're very retro. They're very Flash Gordon, original Starship Troopers, and I'm talking about the book, stuff like that. You know, I appreciate where those designs come from a little bit, even though you might think that I wouldn't like those robots. A little Lost in Space, even. I like the sleek human-style dudes, and some of the robots I really like. And in Warhammer 30K, everything from the Mars people in 30K is unbelievably fucking sick. But you can't play any of that in 40K, so eat shit, I guess. Man hates the doohickey. I'm not about doohickeys. Thingamabobs. Or whirly-gigs. Not about it, really. Being old and big is very dwarf-like. True. Go to the airport. If you turned into a daily and make up some AOS slop to talk about, you would have hung yourself. Yeah, I would have driven straight to the rope store, I think. I couldn't do it. What are what's-its and widgets? It's more of an Alarial thing. Wait, did I say Alarial, like, from AOS? Excuse me, I can't even remember the Little Mermaid's name because it's so similar to the AOS chick. Ariel? We gotta surgically remove one of those L's in that word. Yeah, Ariel. Yeah, that one. Ariel, you swine. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be playing a game, but I can't talk and play a game at the same time. And speaking of not being a very good content creator. Redhead propaganda started early. Brother, it ain't no propaganda. It's the truth. Rainier Avon says, I'm a Mars main and got utterly destroyed by the dwarves on the weekend. Oh, you played very recently. Nice. Solid picks. The leagues of Votan have some scary good rules on their new models. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm just talking. I don't know anything about the rules of any of the armies. I was just talking aesthetics and maybe surface level lore. But decent picks, maybe. Speaking of the game, have you been using your secondary hotbar? No, not at all. I could. They made it very easy. Well, no, they didn't. It's kind of annoying to set up, but it's very fluid during gameplay. It's just I'm playing a spec and class that doesn't necessarily need that too much. I suppose what I could do is seek out nodes, like, for instance, this one here, where everything over here is AoE and everything over here is single target, right? And so if I'm going to fight a boss, I'll just swap over here. And if I'm going to be mapping, I'll swap over here. And you can use the same weapons for both, I think. So really there's no downside to it. I just haven't done that yet. I'm still leveling. When I'm in the mid 90s and I'm going to start doing pinnacles and stuff, then I will. But while I'm still basically just leveling And every time I get an upgrade, I'm like, okay, now I need to find 5 strength and unspec that. And oh, now I'm 5 elemental resist short, so I'll put this gem in, and because I put that gem in, now I need more strength. You know, that back and forth you always get with your passive tree of balancing all your requirements and stuff. I'm still on that phase, so I'm not necessarily locking in for that. Good question. Black Cauldron was the GOAT. Black Cauldron was good. That was a good one. Might I suggest a spear as a secondary weapon? You know, I was thinking about one of my possible plans, because I didn't know if Warrior would suck. Everybody said Warrior is going to suck this season. And I think they're arguably wrong. But I don't know how good everything else is, so maybe Warrior does suck and I'm just ignorant. But one of the, I think it was a spear skill, I was going to swap over to armor evasion. But still play Titan. And then do like a thunderous leap thing. With crit and stuff like that. It's a very similar kind of play style, but it just sidesteps the whole armor sucks thing and moves into evasion plus, I don't know, whatever else. And then still basically be doing a leap explode the screen stuff. I didn't have to do that because it seems that Warrior's just kind of good, but that was one of my possible plans. And while I was looking through that, I discovered that spear skills are really good. Like, I'm just looking at them. What was the one? What was the spear skill? Oh, now I can't find it and I can't remember. Oh, maybe it was a passive. It was a passive. Yeah, Wind Dancer. Wind Dancer seems really good. Herald of Blood seems really good. You can take them as pretty low level just to proc stuff. I think it might actually be good on Warrior. And not even as a, ooh, I'm going agility guy, just as a incorporated into your Titan build anyway. And so when I'm in the mid-90s and kind of rich, I'm going to experiment with this stuff. Like putting a bunch of armor break on this because you just get hit all the time. And so it'll proc every second and a half. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I don't know if people do that, but it seems sick. Or like it could be good. Anyway, let me catch up. Chat here. There's a chance you watched it, but as a film production guy, the production disaster of the iShow Speed Big Reveal stream would be fun for you to react to. I'll show you later. I don't do well with secondhand embarrassment, and I know how hard live events are to do and how many problems you can get into. I've done some live events. They're a fucking nightmare. And so I don't know if I want to see it or not. It'd be like I'd start seeing helicopters at 50% opacity in my full view, just hearing them thumbing like Vietnam flashbacks. If I'm watching a live event, just have sound issues and desync issues and tech issues and network issues and mic issue. Oh no. Spear has one ability that you really, really love. Disengage. It dashes it backwards. It's basically a second dodge roll that can be chained into a dodge roll. Cool. That'd be kind of nice because getting off of those abyss pools, I'm feeling pretty durable now. I got up to 15 maps. I saved up 2 divines and bought myself a shield. I crafted... They added crafting to the game with this abyss stuff. I crafted this chest plate from nothing. I used the special thing that allows you to replace all of an item's prefixes and suffixes with hidden things and then revealed them and got to choose each time. And I only had to do that 2 or 3 times before I got a sick chest piece. And I did that with this weapon too. You'll notice the final green one there causes 55% increased stun buildup. That was a failure. I was searching for attack speed. The first time I did this, I was searching for attack speed and just was using it to have 3 looks at it. Failed to find. Farmed myself up another, you know, Absolution Orb or whatever it's called. Got rid of it. Redesecrated it. Looked for the 3. No attack speed again. Okay. Maybe 3rd time will be the charm. Speaking of, we're all capped out here. 75s across the board, up to 77 for fire. Big armor, max block, which has been increased to 54 due to passives. I have estimated elemental damage reduction against hits for elemental because of armor at 90%. I got a bunch of nodes and stuff for that. What other things have changed? The build has sort of swirled the drain around focusing on armor, elemental against armor, and shield stuff. So, getting a bunch of block, gain life when you block, increased max block chance, gain life when you block, increased max block chance, and then on down to here, 1% increased damage per 1% chance to block, so it's just a 54% damage increase node. And then shield has gain 1% of damage as fire damage per 1% chance to block. So I'm essentially doubling up on that affix, right? So we're this one is increased. This one is gain as, so it's even better. It's almost as good as multiplicative, not quite. So we're just we're being huge. And we're a lot slower than when I was dual wielding, but that's just going to happen. Anyway, armor applies to elemental nodes. Armor applies to elemental nodes. Maximum fire resist nodes plus some resistances until my gear gets insane. Yes, I ended up using Giant's Blood, which reduces my max HP by something like 500 right now, which is very sad, but I'm crawling my way back with the 3rd Ascendancy for 15% more, the brand new excellent node they gave us with 3% more, the old 3% more one, doubling my accuracy. I'm not going to crit anyway. We're not a crit build. I just don't want to miss. And then everything else is pure AoE. And there we are. That's the update for the build, level 89. And I'm using Mace Strike for priming bosses, so Stun 2, Brink 2, Rage 3, actually for the 15% more attack speed. So I can double up on attack speed. Then we're on Bone Shatter for Impact Shockwave, Magnified, Rapid 2, Heft, and Life Leech 3, so your Life Leech isn't removed at full life. So when you leap into a pack and kill all of them, you have like 700,000 life leech for the next 4 seconds or something. So it helps you not die. Brink 2, you thought Brink failed? Well, you just lost at a staring contest. Recently made this, so I got 38 extra spirits so I can have another passive. I got Time of Need, and I know this is like a kind of a leveling thing. This is sort of a leveling passive. But so I have halved, or not halved, 35% less skill effect duration, so it's maybe once every 8 seconds or something. It cleanses me of all curses and elemental ailments. And cleansing yourself of curses and elemental ailments in this season feels a lot better and more necessary than it did in previous seasons. There's a lot of fucking curses and ailments, especially with this abyss stuff all over the place. And it gets rid of temporal chains and stuff. Like it's pretty good. Or it doesn't get rid of that, but it gets rid of the cursed with weakness thing. As my gear gets way better, I'll be dropping Time of Need and picking up probably Berserking or Armor Scraps 1. And I'm taking Magma Barrier. This thing's great. So Magma Barrier has all these words on it And none of these words matter at all. I don't give a shit. Fully imbued shield, grant magma spray if you your next block with your shield raised. Well, I don't care. This is what it does. It passively gives you 30% block chance. That's it. Passively gives you 30% block chance. Hell yeah. That saves me like 9 passive points on the tree. Easy W. I don't even use the ability. It just maxes my block. And then Hammer of Gods farming, because they nerfed Perfect Strike, and Perfect Strike was already one of my least favorite skills to ever use. I hate that ability, and so anything not to play it. And so we're back to Hammer of the Gods. I like Forge Hammer. This guy here, I'm not even really using this thing as a crux of any particular build. It's just nice to have a little ranged attack that hits for 800% damage as a warrior. Just a ranged attack. Step back, throw a hammer at a guy who's standing in a pool of death, you know? And it looks cool. It's just a little quality of life thing. And it's just ancestrally boosted and, you know, some other stuff. So you can kind of finish a guy off with it. And then the Seismic Cry, and then, of course, Herald of Ass for the Turbo Explodo. With accuracy rating, just to pretend like I don't want to miss with Forged Hammer every once in a while. I'm taking this already, so my accuracy rating is doubled. I do have accuracy on an item or two. Both my rings. I went to the Mirror Planet and got a Pain Finger, which has +1 and -1 modifiers for their suffixes and prefixes. Turned it into a full 7, or turned it into a full 6 Desecrate, and then just chose stuff. This is the second one I've tried it on, and I was really just looking for damage and stats. And hey, alright. Like, it's not the best ring, but 60 stats that I don't have to put in elsewhere is kind of good. Have you tried anything with Sunder? I have not. They nerfed Sunder big time. Sunder used to auto-crit. It used to auto-crit, and it used to, like, auto-double your crit damage. And they took both of those away. So I don't think it's worth using. And then, I mean, you don't have to take this talent anymore. Resolute Technique. So it's not like that, but yeah, Sunder's like way too slow. I don't know, way too slow for single target in my opinion. So a funny concept for a homebrew Monstar race. Dwarf Giant, so just a human except wide. I've seen, you know, WoW did those. Yeah, just big dwarf. Just as tall as they are wide. Skill tree puts Final Fantasy X to shame. The skill tree was inspired by Final Fantasy X. This one was anyway. It's great. They added another 150 little nodes to it, which was one of my complaints that it was too sparse in previous seasons. And they added about 150 more. Looking forward to them adding even yet more and hopefully giving us some more points with which to spend inside of it. Big improvement. It's a great season so far. The balance of the skills is a little off. But that's an ongoing process. I don't mind. They're adding stuff to the game that's just great. Warrior has felt very smooth in ways that it hasn't before. I've been more powerful as a warrior in previous seasons, particularly Smith of Katava was not even just a little bit more powerful than this iteration of warrior. It was much stronger, but the gameplay feels better. So I take that as a win. The numbers plus or minus can be whatever, but if the playstyle isn't enjoyable, then who cares? Anyway, I'm going to do some maps. I need levels and I need items. Bonus XP. Man, it's been so long since I've been kind of excited to see something for AOS.
Feel my wrath, Protoss!
Twitch Prime.
Disaster Plan, the Exotic Prime for 23 months. Appreciate it.
Come on now, don't go all day.
Is there a monster over there, or was it just blowing up? Okay. Pack size, rarity, number. Just searching for bonus XP. There we go. There it is. So we got to go to this one. Okay. Double XP. Freeze vulnerability and then damages lightning. I think I can handle it. I can handle those two. So we'll just book it straight to it. Damages chaos though. I'm going to avoid that. Maybe we'll start here. Alright, we'll start there. Now we'll go here. I'll get bonus XP. And I'll get bonus XP. And I should have planned this out better. Dude, throwing the hammer and calling it back is so satisfying. I love the little hammer throw. Got him, you know. Also, when you throw the hammer, it'll stay in the ground as long as you want. If you war cry, it blows up. And then each slam you do near it blows up again. And that's kind of sick. It's not like the most damage. But it visually looks cool and every little bit counts for during a boss fight when you just toppled him. The huge impact when it becomes ancestrally boosted looks kind of blue-greenish. So sick. And the fucking gunshot at... It sounds like a gunshot at a range. When you cast Bone Shatter. It's hilarious. like echoing. Alright, so there's the boss. Got there already. Chaos Orb. Oh, the boss room enters from both sides. Got it. Okay. Say we'll have a favorite Dungeons and Dragons edition. Probably 3.75. I haven't ever gone back and played the one I used to play as a kid, which is AD&D 2nd edition. Vince went back and played it, and he's running a campaign of it right now. AD&D 2nd edition, like with the player's options stuff and the complete handbooks in those little brown paperback cover, sort of a peach brown paperback cover. He says it's the best edition. He's like, he went back and played it nowadays and got to really give it a second look, and he's like, in retrospect, it actually never got better than 2nd edition, is what he says. You don't want to land right here. Like, when you leap slam and you land right on the corner of like an object or the corner of a door, it will, like, it'll stifle the enter trigger. It actually stifles you, and it like doesn't apply in an area, so you have to be very careful about where you happen to land. Otherwise your ability won't do anything, and you just use the slow ass ability to jump through the sky for no reason. Meat creature.
Spoils of war.
I think these guards are kind of screwed up. they're supposed to animate later when you click the sarcophagus, not start to walk. Anyway, I'm willing to hear him out on it. I haven't gone back and looked at it, you know, with fresh eyes from the future or anything. But see if we can kill all of them in one go. Badoosh. Oh, not all. Pretty close. Perfect essence of the body. Nice. Nice. Ooh. So true, but you have to have the right group to have that be true. That's what it means to play a tabletop RPG. You have to have a curated group of human beings. And the Dungeon Master has to be above and beyond. Those two things together, especially the Dungeon Master, will make or break any tabletop game, no matter how good or bad its rules may be. But yeah, I agree. I guess I'll connect here and then go back. Dude, I love the hammer. Oh, wait, there's a guy there. I love the cheeky hammer throw. What a fun, cool ability they added. I don't really like any of the other fire skills they added. I appreciate them trying to add them. I look forward to them being good in the future. I don't really like them, but the fire Thor hammer throw is cool. Do I even need to pick these up anymore? I have so many lesser jeweler orbs. Oh, I should have noticed that that was there. Oh shit. Now that the whole place is empty. Old Jack Breacher. Hold up. Too many visuals maybe? Rifts? I mean, Rifts is a good call out. Because it is a mutant D&D 2nd edition. And it's interesting how far they went with that concept. I wish they would fix that bug, but I bet they wish they would fix that bug too. And Breach is cool. Huh. There's still a guy here. Get thrown at. Any loot I missed? Cryptic Crown. Amber Ammy. Boss time. Oh, he's big. Got him.
Big, 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 big.
Thanks a bit, Sartorius. True. Truly it was big.
So fucking big.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my dude, but you're huge.
Holy shit. 2,000 word essay? Alright, hold up. I mean, you paid for your donkey ride, so...
The deal is made.
That's not the worst mod to start with, but... I think there's a higher tier of boot.
So it is.
Let me finish looking through this. Organizing and sorting real quick, and then I'll take a look at that. Put these back. Damn, you know, you get a lot of, get a lot of stuff now. Goes in 2. You get so many crafting materials. But like most of them are really good. I'm not necessarily complaining. You just get a lot of them. It's just an it's more of an observation, really. Sure. Sure. Hello, and also chat. Your mandank. Alright, time to read this journal. Possible hot take of D&D, but nowhere's no. OG D&D. Fun for a night or two, but deserves its respect. Fun, but let's be in a movie together edition. AD&D. The depthiest and goat, but hardest to get into. I don't agree. Yeah, that is a hot take, because I disagree with that one. I think AD&D is maybe not the hardest to get into. That would be 3.5, I think. Deepness, there's a different, you know, varying degrees, I guess, about that. 3.35, go for very many, perfect middle ground in your edition with far the most support. Yeah, 3.5 was probably the high point for me. 3 and 3.5 were pretty distinct, and 3.5 kind of trickled into 3.75, you know, Savage Species and stuff. And at that point, it was getting pretty dense to get into if you didn't know anything at that point. 4th would be great by any other name, not D&D. I actually disagree. I think 4th edition is a bad tabletop RPG. And it's a cop-out to say that it's a good tabletop game. It just isn't very D&D-like. It plays like World of Warcraft tabletop. It plays like EverQuest tabletop. 4th edition is like a tabletop RPG simulation of an MMO, which we have MMOs now. We don't need that for tabletop games. I think it's actually bad. But that's, now I'm giving my hot takes. If it wasn't called that, it would be remembered much better. If it wasn't called that, no one would even know its name. Maybe I'm too cruel with 4th edition, but fuck it, it's been enough time. I don't have to pretend. 4th edition is like the Star Wars prequels. 20 years later, and you'll start to hear people say they weren't so bad and they were ahead of their time or something, and these people are not to be trusted. They were 7 when they first saw it, and it has not aged well. 5th is the easiest to get into, and that's about it. Cool module settings, though. Maybe. Is it that easy to get into? Is it that much easier? Like, you just buy the book. I don't know. I mean, Thaco is confusing, I suppose, but... I think easy to get into is largely a meme. Here's my hot take. My umbrella hot take of the whole Hornet's Nest. Quote, easy to get into is marketing mumbo jumbo that is 90% of the time meaningless. All it means is that the game has been made more shallow and dumbed down to try to capture the mythical new player, like McDonald's trying to capture the mythical hungry person with $7 in their wallet who doesn't give a fuck if the food tastes good. And it's largely responsible for whatever decline in gaming you think there has been. Like, there is such a thing as harder to get into or easier to get into. If we go to extremes, it's not like those concepts don't exist, right? For instance, Path of Exile 1 is very hard to get into. And, I don't know, Cookie Clicker is pretty easy to get into, right? Like, we can define our extremes on either side. But for the most part, when companies and game designers and stuff talk about making a game easy to get into, generally they mean making it worse. Like, just making it worse. And more shallow. More homogenized, more samey. More boring. More disposable. Take it off the shelf, quick play it, forget it, throw it away. Is this old man yelling at Cloud hour? I might be yelling at Cloud over here. You're gonna have to keep me honest. And some of them seem so desperate. Oh, we added modern controls for Street Fighter or whatever, so you can just press the X button and do a special move, right? Like, we let you pay $20 in Final Fantasy to skip the entire campaign. So you can pay money to not play the game. Like, do you want to play the game or do you not want to play the game? Sometimes it feels like they're like a dog chasing a car. Or the audience that they're chasing is an audience of people who literally don't like the type of game you're making. And if you change your game enough so that you capture the audience of people who don't like your game, I don't think you've made your game anymore. Like, your game's gone. You're making something else now. Ooh, Elemental Resist. I will be sure to click that when I use that shrine. Finally, a Mario game where you don't have to jump, you can set auto jumper. So from the options menu, you choose your difficulty on the new Mario game. And if you go for story mode, because you just want to see the story, right? You just want to experience the story. Stop gatekeeping the story of Mario behind pressing jump when you're supposed to, right? So we put in a story mode option on difficulty that you just have to hold right, okay? And when you get to the end of a ledge, it'll jump for you. Isn't Mario better now after adding that? So you can experience the story without having to press the jump button ever, you know? Much less at the right time. You know, a good lot of people that got into D&D with 5th and now have moved on. Yeah. In that respect, maybe it's like, oh, 5th is our gateway drug. And so we'll get you into it with the most disposable fast food version, and then you'll drop it and play a better edition. Like maybe that's their overarching plan, but I don't think they're that cynical. You know? Nymph's Ray of Frost in 3.5, 5th edition Ray of Frost. Where's Bigby? Where's Mordenkainen? Where's Agonizer? Where's Abidalzim? Where's Tensor? You know? Don't forget where you came from. Evard and his black tentacles. These are heroes of our nation, and they shall not be remembered. A game made for a wide audience, sole purpose for me as super nerd is to be able to play a TTRPG with my less nerdy friends. Yeah, that is true. There is that. That's the one thing, right? That's the, you know, increases the audience, so you're more likely to be able to play with people. That's the... I don't know, it's not even cope, because I think it's real. It is true. But I think you can do that in ways that don't sacrifice gameplay. I truly believe this. Speaking of being real, you could, instead of water down the game, you could just take a budget, whatever your budget is for making art for your game, quadruple it. If you spend $10 million on art for your TTRPG, spend 20 million, right? If you spend 1 million, spend 4 million. That will bring just as many or more unassuming new players to your game than any rules explanation oogly boogly, because they don't know what the rules fucking do anyway. And so it falls on deaf ears. And by the time they're already looking at the rules, you've already captured them anyway. Their goal is very reasonable. I just think they could do it in a way that doesn't sacrifice gameplay. They need to be more confident about their product and realize that most people get into stuff based on how cool the art is, and I'm not even joking. That's like moment zero of getting into basically anything is how cool it looks. That's it. Not everything is a mystery. Not everything is that deep. If there was no Artillery Witch artwork, what % fewer people would be playing Trench Crusade right now? I bet it's a real number. You know? if the entirety of Trench Crusade was using AI art, how many fewer people are playing Trench Crusade right now? 50, 75, maybe? If it's just slop. Versus the gorgeous Trench Crusade art that we have. We're really spoiled to have. Even Blanche did some shit for them. As a favor. I think it's about confidence. I think you're either confident in your game or you're not. Like, the rules of your game is the script for your YouTube video. But the thumbnail is what got people to click. And that's just a fact. And the thumbnail, in my opinion, is the art for your game. Possibly the trailer if it's like a video game or something. But same thing. I mean, who made the trailer but 40 artists? And editors and stuff. Just not traditional ones. Damn. So when I stream Tuesdays, I guess I just get on a fucking soapbox. I guess Tuesdays is HeyWoah gets political as it pertains to games. Dresso's passion? Is this some Siswanto shit? Preserved jowl bone. Which one are you? Are you one of the good ones? No. Would you say that this is the trend AOS is on? Honestly, no. Which seems weird. Because AOS was kind of made as an embodiment of that. But it doesn't count because they killed their game instead of just updated it. I actually do consider it a new game. Because they killed Fantasy. If AOS was like called Warhammer Fantasy 9th edition or something, like just the next edition, then probably all that stuff would apply, but it's a different game, so I don't count it. Maybe I should or something, I don't know, but... Or do you mean like 3rd and 4th? Shut up. I'm gonna go over here and see if there's any goop. Because we had to reload and I can't remember where I've been before. Now, as far as Age of Sigmar after release is concerned, like, I assume you mean like the editions 3rd and 4th that I'm not like much of a fan of. I actually don't think they're trying to capture the new people. Games Workshop is non-stop always. Their entire business model is capturing new people. To the point that their current fans are basically always upset. For the last 35 years, Games Workshop's current customers are basically always mad about something legitimate or not. Because Games Workshop is and always has been about trying to capture the new player at the total expense of the current. So that's really nothing new there.
Speak.
Now they've succeeded or failed at that, you know, but that's their thing. That's their game. but they always do make good art, so there's that. Not really. When Age of Sigmar first launched, the art was terrible. Most of the Age of Sigmar art at launch was bad. And there was a whole lot of other reasons for Age of Sigmar's launch to be really rocky. Gameplay ones, lack of points, all this other stuff. Literally. You could just look at the art. Second edition, the art got good. Everything's fixed. The second half of the battle tomes, even in first edition that came out, had some good art on them. Game's better. It really all does go back to that. Now, it's true that AOS 4th edition has a nasty case of the homogeneous disease and the oversimplifying everything disease. But it's actually not because they're trying to dumb the game down to capture new people. It's actually because of two reasons. And I don't know if they're equal or not, but these are the two reasons. Number one, they have so little respect for their rules writers that their team is 1/4 the size it should be. And they give them almost no time at all to work on any rules-related project. Not even half the amount of time you would consider reasonable. That's one. And two, it's for balance. It's easier to balance a game that has 1 rule per army than a game that has 5 rules per army. Or 10, or 20 options, or whatever. The fewer options you can give the player and the fewer things that can even happen, the easier to balance the game it is. And in 3rd edition, they got it in their heads that they should balance the game. Which is not a bad idea. It's what the players want. You can give the people what they want. Everyone complains about balance. Well, you got it. The game is more balanced than it has ever been, but also kind of boring. It's interesting that the singular time Games Workshop listened to the players. They listened to the players' request to accidentally make the game worse. Penetrates elemental resistance, enfeeble, temporal chains, enfeeble, crit damage, crit chance, monster damage, triple damage, and crit. Okay. Some of these 15s I have stashed away. You can tell why I stashed them away. Jesus. Alright, we'll make these two cool. Hopefully it works. I gained a level, so now I can get some more. I'll take these, please. And 114 to go in the bank. For one I have. I think I have 3 now. Yeah. All right. Apply some juice. A very small amount. We're still young. I just barely got to 15s, so don't need to go crazy here. Sure. Oh, enfeeble. Sure. Ooh, the poison is going to be rough on that one. Temporal chains. Nope. Okay. I got 4 that I can use. And then these I can stash away forever. What are the chances of AOS leaning towards Trench Crusade aesthetic going forward? I mean, they kind of did. 2nd edition and 3rd edition both. And I think especially 3rd. We saw a big shift in the direction they were trying to take the art direction of AOS. Remember the Stormcast cover? With his broken shield standing in the flaming ruins of something, and his helmet was off, and you could see that it was a guy, right? That was a good change. That was good. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go in a full-on Trench Crusade direction, but just a touch more gritty, you know, and they've done that with the story as well, you know, the what's been happening to Hammerhand and, you know, locking the crazy ones away and the Lightning Man and stuff like that. Sigmar lied storyline, even though that catchphrase is hella fucking stupid. But just the idea of, okay, there's a little bit of drama going on here. Things are not just like conceptually bad, but we're just telling you it is now, and the world's more complicated than that. Interesting directions to go in all, I think. I think I still want to jack armor up. Still 9 away from the cap. This is technically the biggest armor node at 27. So give me another 1%. I'll take it. Fuck balance. You want 3070 MSU matchups back if it gives you flavor. Yeah. You know, the players are not a monolith, but, you know, everybody always complains about balance. And I did too. I complained about balance in 1st and 2nd edition as well. You know, my hands aren't clean. However, I think it was a little bit right too, because the things I was complaining about were kind of nuts. But also, I don't want to ever imply that I was willing to exchange flavor and being interesting and cool with balance. Like, I would never take that trade. Like, you know, I'm like, hey, we need to balance the game better. Well, do you want us to balance the game if it means that all the army rules are boring? No. God, no. Absolutely not. If you don't think you can do that, then keep it the Wild West, you know? And I'll just suffer through the balance. It's fine. It's way worse to be boring than it is to be unfair. Like, think about a really bad movie. Is it even really a bad movie if it's entertainingly bad? No. The worst movies ever are ones that are actually just boring. You know, entertainment first. Wait, I can just throw shit at you. I think it's cool that they drop all the equipment they were using. The little other player characters that show up. I think that's cool. Your chat's so dead, even ghosts are leaving? I disagree. People are typing shit. Oh, it was a robot trying to sell view bots. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Hey, if you're trying to sell someone view bots, don't insult them. Also get banned. Planker. Yeah, the clanker with the hard R. Oh, sorry, clanka. Pardon me. Yeah, the worst movies are one that are born. It's like Boyhood is the worst movie ever. Like, there are technically worse movies, you know. Trolls 2 and The Room and all that other stuff, but I don't know. A lot of the really bad, like famously bad movies are entertainingly bad. Which means they're not even really bad when you think about it. I mean, they're bad from a technical aspect, like they're produced improperly, you know, but that isn't always what it's always about. Preserved Reub. Ruination Mall. Don't even want to pick it up. 17. No thanks. Balance is a balance. Hey, that's the name of one of my slides from the PowerPoint presentation I did on balance in games. The name of the slide was Balance is a Balance. You've seen people try to balance the game like fan-made rules and they make just as many, if not more, mistakes. Yeah. It's a not to be a little cruel, but among people who like make games or even like amateur game designers, the player or fan-made custom rules where they say, "Hey, I fixed this faction," it's always good for a laugh. 9 times out of 10, you look at the most overpowered bullshit ever, 1, and 2, the least elegant, least concise, longest, most confusing rules descriptions ever. Just words, 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 paragraphs upon paragraphs of words. I'm like, could this be simplified? Does this have to be this obtuse? And those are the two stereotypes of I made my own custom blah for game. Is 1, it's overpowered, and 2, it's verbo. It's what's a fun word for it? Loquacious.
You were no warrior. Fear will best you. Quick.
Oh, you did get that from my video. Cool. I thought you just, you know, kind of came across it. Like, came across that sentence or something. Nice. I should do another game design lecture PowerPoint. Like a Professor Lando thing, except it's not sexual. Have a little whiteboard, you know? Alright, boss arena. I'm gonna save that spirit to try to have it mind control the boss. I think it can technically do. I think it can do that to bosses. So I'm gonna try to not spawn it yet. I just saw it at the edge of the screen there. Alright, there's a hand here somewhere. There it is.
Feel my wrath!
Ring of Recovery. Yeah. The spirit is like right there, I think, on the screen. So I'm going to try to avoid it.
Enough!
I've been there already. Alright. We'll checkpoint there, turn on the spirit, and see if it takes me to the boss arena. Greater Orb of Jimmy J. Tran. I thought the spirit was here somewhere. Maybe it's here? It could have gotten eaten up by the event. Yeah, that might have been the case. Oh well. You really like a monk homebrew in 3.5, swapping fast movement for that many additional 5-foot steps? The stutter step monk? Absolutely styling on people? Sounds fun. Yeah, I'm not saying no one's ever made a good homebrew, okay? I'm just saying the stereotype exists for a reason.
I need more time.
Ooh, I almost forgot. Crack the temporal aether to unlock the thing on the overworld. Which I think you only have to do one of. Maybe you have to do all of them around it. I'm still learning that particular mechanic.
Have you found more? What do you need?
That particular. I mean, sure, I'll keep it. Blunt quiver. Snoop, is that you? Snoop at the Ren Fair. Blunt quiver. Increased energy shield recharge. Sure. Somebody might want that. Periodically occurs with temporal chains. Get out of my face. Alright, I'll take 2 fruit juicers, please. No ice. How is new Diablo game? It's so good. It's so good. I'm such a big fan. Hidden green juice. What will it be? Abyss pits in area always have rewards. Abyss in area spawn 91% increased monsters. I mean, yeah, let's double the monsters, double the fun. Throw it in. Long boy, go get it. You're thinking that it does have a Diablo feel? So the etymology of this game is that Path of Exile 1 was created as a love letter to Diablo 2 specifically. And that idea has carried through into Path of Exile 2. And I appreciate someone making an ARPG as a love letter to Diablo 2 because Blizzard certainly hasn't been interested in it. %65% chance to spawn all monsters as at least magic. Jeez. Okay, so juicing up waystones, kinda nice. This is gonna be terrifically deadly. I might explode. I might just blow up like King Henry. But I'll try it. I mean, I'll try it. Which one? Stun buildup, they steal power, frenzy, and endurance, which I don't use. Players have less recovery rate for life and energy shield. Natural rare monsters in the area eat the souls of slain monsters in their presence, and then players steal the eaten souls of slain rare monsters and gain powers from it. That's kind of sick. That being said, we will be doing the double monsters one. Double monstars. For sure. We'll do that one first. You're batting 1,000 on these observations? You're sort of private dick agency? Yeah, Dick Warlock. Famous stunt coordinator. Not very good at his job, to be perfectly honest, but great name. Ooh, it doesn't. Okay, so you have to fully surround it, I think, and then click those things. Contains buried treasure. Ooh, that's a fun one, but I don't think it's worth using a funny map on. Where's a map that has a boss? I don't care if it has a tower, really. I'm not trying to optimize that hard. I want to at least definitely have a boss. Alright. Irradiated breach map boss. It's gonna be big. Alright, this is gonna get kinda nutty. I think there's a hand around here somewhere. I saw it. I saw the tendrils. There it is. The monsters. Dude, Breach is so sick. What a great idea. It may or may not have been in the first game. The Breach is hella sick. I'm actually sad that it's so temporary. It actually lasted longer. Take a Val Orb for my trouble. Oh, we got green shit. Double abyssal monsters. Although it might only be double abyssal monsters when you go below and not above. We'll have to see. That is kind of a lot of abyssal monsters already. See that chest on the other side. Evasion, elemental damage, cooldown rate. I don't know. Maybe somebody might want that. Probably not. I think I left something on the ground back there as well. Acrid ward, so dry ward. Nightly Miets. You know, that didn't feel like 91% more. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't feel like 91% more. Maybe it means if you get the depths, but getting the depths is still random, maybe? you're super OCD loot scrounger and playing RPGs, you couldn't possibly leave this much stuff on the ground. Normally I agree with you, but I have slowly learned, or okay, I'm not done learning this, okay? I'm still, right, kind of new, but I'm slowly learning what is worth picking up and what is not worth picking up. If you pick everything up, the majority of your gameplay is going to be teleporting to town and selling stuff and going back. And I like doing that, actually, but you gotta have a proper balance. You can't be doing that too much. Also, that's why loot filters were invented. I should probably customize mine a little more, because then you're not shown stuff that isn't worth picking up, and so you don't see what you're not getting, and that can save your OCD a little bit. Out of sight, out of mind. Is the flamey boy? Oh no, it's the Wallman. Patrick Wallman. Got him.
We need to, if you must.
Temporal chains, mana, increased cast speed, spell damage. I don't know if that thing's good. I'll just put it in the bank.
All gold is worth more than this. For Doriani.
Oh, ruined it. Agreed. I don't want to go over there next. Wasn't there a funny one that I could go to? Castaway. Castaway is such a small map. I don't know if it's worth using one of these on it. I will. We'll see. I think you can still have Abyss stuff in Castaway. This will be a good way of discovering whether that's true. Okay, Mr. Woe, you hit a checkpoint, and now you must leave to go on walkies. Hey, don't worry about it. Apparently, I'm an everyday streamer now, for a while.
Or burn it to the ground. Enough!
Look at all the treasure. Captain's treasure map.
Feel my wrath.
Please, there we go. Got it. I think you have to find all of those treasure-bound things and click on them, I believe. I've never not done it, but seeing the green thing kind of go towards the center of the map makes me suspect that that might be the mechanic. I just habitually click on everything anyway, so there is that. It's weird that the sprint forces you to drive around like you're a car. Like the controls sort of shift into Daytona, USA for some reason. It's like oddly satisfying even though it's objectively bad. Like it's limiting and kind of goofy. But it's for some reason satisfying. In a way that just having a billion normal movement speed would be kind of... Or it might make moving normally feel terrible in comparison. And having people absolutely clothesline you when you're running past is funny. Like it's made for clips, right? An island of treasure. Thousands of gold just everywhere on the ground. I find a treasure chest, open it, nothing. I find the humor in that. This isn't a complaint. I think that's funny. Looking like there might not be abysses in special maps, which will be good to know later. It's good information to have. What, could be in the middle? Oh, they got me running past. Luckily, I'm huge. So they couldn't capitalize on it. Can't jump over that thing, huh? No chance. Skeleton looks around nervously as Eurobeat gets quietly louder. The fucking Blade Vampire Club intro song starts playing just in the distance. You can only hear the bass. Alright, looks like I cleaned the place out. No abyss. So now I know. Would you rather, asks Legal Eagle, be able to move around quickly but only in stutter stepping, or be able to leap around like your warrior? In real life, I'm just imagining those TikToks where the guy, like, he's at the bottom of the stairs and he just kind of pauses for a moment and then just zzz, like zooms up the stairs one hyper step at a time backwards. Is that what you mean? Is that the type of locomotion you're talking about? Well, you said like my warrior. And my warrior doesn't get hurt when he does these leaps. As you can see, my life total is the same. Because if you were to do gigantic Hulk-style leaps in real life, by the time it got around to you landing, you would actually just smash into the ground like you got hit by a car going 40 miles an hour and potentially die. So as long as I'm safe, as long as the landings are safe, like that's part of the power, I'd go the big leaps for sure. I think it would just be fun to almost fly in huge big leaps and stuff. As long as it was safe. Where is this? Oh, look at him, he's a Wiggly. Wiggly Captain Man. It kind of hurts too. However, you are dead. Locate the buried treasure. No checkpoint in the middle. I'll just run there. Oh, there's a guy. The thing was in the way. I figured I could throw it over that. Could this be where the treasure is? Gold. Thousands and thousands of golds. Up to almost 2 million.
Speak.
Well, that's right. There's no loot. And no map from it. I got fucking nothing. But it was useful info, because I wanted to see if any of that was abyssal or not. So if I go here, I can maybe unlock the middle thing. If I go here, there's a boss. And it might be too far away, I'm not sure. I'm going to do the boss one. This is my last 15 that doesn't suck. Did that not work? Reverse. Map is not accessible. Oh, it's that bug. Okay. Yeah, every once in a blue moon you get a bugged map like that. It says that you can go there, but actually you can't. What if I go here first? Yeah, it's just lit up when it shouldn't be lit up. That was a great looking animation for a guy who died in 3 seconds. Yes. Really, actually great animation. I like the look of him. And then he died in 3 seconds. Which is unfortunate, but you get a little too powerful in this game. But that's just because, you know, they spent all their time doing the acts. They just came out with Act 4. And even by their own admittance, the end game mapping is, like, they're not done. It's basically a placeholder, is how I've heard them describe it. So I imagine there'll be more to it. And potentially all the bosses will get a lot harder. It's just a shame to put so much time and effort into bosses and cool mechanics and making them look neat, and then you kill them in 1 second. Alatex says, stutter stepping if it would not move my limbs so you could do the virtual insanity hand thing. Jamiroquai? Okay, good answer, good answer. Good answer.
Come here!
Alright, remind me at the end of this map, I probably have to search for something in the final boss room to, like, click on. Why am I impossibly slow? Did I misread the map thing? Oh, I see. Patches of Frost. Oh, this will be a rough one. Chance. As a kid who read a book that had an antagonist whose signature move was knocking victims out with a boat anchor. How you knew he meant business. It's a cool weapon. There's only two types of people who use boat anchors as weapons. Unbelievably huge fat guys and lowlies. Nothing in between. Ooh, there's an abyss in this one though. Hell yeah. Remind me never to go into patches of ice again. It's so slow. No, it's a NVIDIA bug where it desyncs itself from the game and you have to like pause it and wait and it'll catch back up. They've been trying to fix this bug for months. And I don't know if they're making progress or what, but it's so common and it happens to so many people. Truly a beta game in beta. Is that why Elon quit? I mean, can you quit a game that you don't play? Whoever he was paying to pretend to play his character for him possibly quit. Greater Storm Rune. Oh, this guy's big. Really a battle for the ages where we both just stand here. Patrick Hugeman. Couldn't deal with it. Chubbs Deckham.
Enough!
To this day, PoE players in their stash have a stash tab called Elon's Maps, and everybody just calls it that. Because when he live streamed once playing the game, he was like level 95 or something with truly like one of one best gear in every single slot. And he was playing the game in a way where it was blatantly obvious he had no idea what anything was or did. Like he truly had never played it before. The equivalent of like, I don't know if I can come up with some equivalency, but like okay, you're playing Diablo and you pick up like, I don't know, you're playing like a barbarian, you pick up a dagger on the ground that's just white, and there would be no reason to ever do that. Not knowing how like he would like open up his inventory and try to use a scroll of wisdom, and he would be like left clicking it and trying to move it over onto like very obviously just not had ever played the game before. And when he went to his stash in town, one of the tabs is called Elon's Maps. So the dude that he was paying to play the game for him gave him a tab of maps for him to use and titled it Elon's Maps. And he didn't like know enough to change it or anything. So clearly it was just the guy's character, and then he let Musk play it for a while. Created many memes. It was some good shit.
Meat creature! Come here!
Man, these frost patches on the ground are so miserable. They even make you attack slow. Ugh. Alright, boss area. And temporal tether. Alright, we got the tether. Tether is down. Means I believe we can access that center thing now. Still learning how these work. New feature added.
Have you found? I have many services.
Good. Good, I'll take it.
Collect more other words.
I'm only 15 until I level up. It's like buying all the gear to be a big game hunter, flying to some remote locale and then taking aim at a pine cone and missing. Gotta collect the pine cones, you know? Am I gonna get greedy on this one? No, that was too... It was so slow last time. Let's see if it unlocked the center thing. If it did, maybe I'll get greedy. It did not. So maybe you have to do it on all the surrounding. Can I reach this now, or is the bug still here? Okay. It was just a light bug. Good. Sometimes it stops you from entering it entirely. If it's a different bug. Oh, I'm fast again.
Come here.
Oof. The speed. I'm gonna say it. Adding sprint to the game was the biggest buff that Warrior could have gotten. Out of all the classes in the game, to me, Warrior is helped the most by having sprint. I say this as somebody who plays a Warrior, so, you know, hey, alright, but the absolute slowest class. I don't know if it was a Deadeye or an Amazon. I actually can't remember, but I saw a clip of someone playing POE. And they're like, they just added sprint to the game, right? And so they moved their character around and they're like, all right, this is how fast sprinting is. And they like showed it and they were doing this. This is sprinting. And then they used one of their normal attacks that like spiral teleports them forward and swings. And there's no cooldown on it. And then just like moved 3 times faster. And they're like, and this is my normal attack that I use. I'm like, okay. Good shit. Meat creature. Dude, the hammer throw is so sick. I love it. Not really necessary. It's just good quality of life, and sometimes you get to look cool when you use it. That's all I ask. You know? Alright, now what didn't I pick up? Emerald, don't want it. Alright, looks fine. Big game hunter. Meat creature. Did that say 3 times bench? Is that a consumable that enhances strength? 3 times bench? What could have said 3 times bench? Greater Storm Rune. Superior Golden Target. Oh, okay. You must have been seeing the breach, not bench. There were 3 breach splinters on the ground. You collect 300 of them, you get to fight a pinnacle boss. Who looks fucking awesome. And he's really hard. Unless you have a cheese build that can kill him in 3 seconds. But if you don't, and you have to like do his mechanics, he's pretty hard. Which is how I would describe most of the bosses in this game. Many of them are legitimately challenging if you don't use a cheese build and kill them in 3 seconds. I'm not claiming any moral high ground. It's just what it is. That's just the case. And you might imagine, who would want to not kill the boss in 3 seconds with some funny combo? The answer? Almost no one. Turns out it's really fun to do some fucking combo and kill a boss in 3 seconds. Like, that's fun. As it happens. Still have a million rares in that direction. My character said come here, and then one of the elites teleported to him. Okay. Good. Nice work. Immersion. Ooh, so many abyss creatures. Dude, this abyss mechanic is so sick. What a success. Brace me. Well, passing by an urn, I might as well click. Alright, punished. It's nothing. Looks like that's about it. Boss time. Oh, it's this guy. The Vanisher. He might dodge the combo. I might have to fight him normally. Yep, he did. Alright, where is he? There he is. That hurt. That hurt. It turned me around. Think. Think. Wait. Ooh, I almost forgot to click the thing. That would have sucked. Clicking the thing is a new mechanic they added in the over round. Here, I'll show you. So, like, there's some locations. Here, I'll show you. Just hold up. No, it's working. I swear. It's going. You're killing me here, Smalls. No, I'll wait. It's fine. I was just excited to talk to my chat about this cool new Atlas map thing. You can load though. You can be a load screen. There we go. Okay. So remember how before this center thing was covered in swirling dust? And there's more of it over Alright, there's more of it over here. Let's see if I can find any more. This is one such place, Mansion of the Mists. You have to, like, go to the... You have to do the maps around it. And then at the end boss, you click on some, like, obelisk and blow it up. And then once you've done that enough times, it unlocks being able to go to the special funny place. Which is cool. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's one up here. The swirly. The old swirly whirly. Anyway, that's what I've been doing over here for a while, and I haven't done it yet. I wanted to do it on stream. Hold on, I have to ban a robot. Alright. This robot's name is Serious Freedom. Well, ironic, because I'm banning you. Anyway, Sacred Reservoir.
Have you found more of what we seek?
Surely I was given one of these. Inflicted bleeding, sure. 2, 5. Blistering Bond. FR, max life, FR, minus cold resist. You take fire damage instead of physical from bleeding. Whatever. And then a Brotherhood ring. Sure. Which probably turns on a build. We'll put it there. Alright, am I greeting this? I think I'm greeting this. This would be disastrous if it was temporal chains, which it is. And chill the ground. It's like the two worst possible fixes. I am being absolutely destroyed due to my greed here. I'm doing a different one first. I have to get a different waystone. I got the slowing effect and the slowing effect. So I just have to do some other one and get another 15. Because it's possible that unlocking this, the boss is like actually hard at the end, and it took a while to get to, so I'm gonna play it safe. Where's another boss? Here, just normal boss man. Alright, get ready for the slowest, most boring map you've ever seen. But we gotta get it out of the way. Okay, this one's patches of ice are at least a little more spread out than the last one was. Maybe it was just a bad map layout for that particular fix. Meat creature. Oh, exceptional bandit mace. Curse gone. Curse gone. This is why we do it. This is why we have time of need to get rid of the fucking curse. Eat shit. Superior wizard curry ass. Actually, what's over here? There's like no rares over here, but what could that mean? Oh shit, 1,000,000 guys. And a turbo shooter. Doesn't work with the hammer. Just tested it. Doesn't give you triple hammies. I guess it counts as a ranged slam and not a projectile exactly. Badoosh. Seven winter hags. When is it my birthday? Damn. Guarded by 7 winter hags, I expected CJ to just show up in chat as if summoned. Oh, I couldn't get out of it. Couldn't get out of it quick enough. Too slow. Abyss creates ground effects to drain your health and ignores armor. And resists life flasks. You have to get out very quickly when you jump in the middle of them. Patches of slow ground and temporal was just enough to do it. And see? Oh no, jumped out of it. Yeah. Gonna have to play it safe. Can't even play it safe. One more attempt at maining. Damn, that's so much damage. It's so much damage. How can I deal with that? I think I gotta go around it. Like, I'll go back to it when the map's done, but I have to kill the map boss, otherwise I'll be out of maps. Take this as a learning experience for the viewers. This is why when people get multiple slow effects on a map, they just throw it in the garbage instead of play it. This is why. Oh, I can't go around it. Interesting. Well, guess I'll die. Actually, that worked out better than I thought. I figured he would just get me. But his teleporting ways caused him to stay far behind. Good. This guy's actually hard too. Never mind. Never mind, that guy's not hard. Easy game. Okay, now that I got my replacement waystone, 2 of them, shall I just go and get killed by that guy again, or just leave? He basically instantly one-shots me, which is a problem for me. I have to actually stand next to him to attack him too. Yeah, I think he just kills me. I want to keep my experience. Absolutely outplayed. I mean, level 30. Strange drop.
I serve. For Doriani.
Alright. No slowing stuff on either of those, so we're good. Alright, show me the funny boss. So I want bonus crit for monsters, and they're also evasive. And they have ailment threshold and stun threshold. Or giga fast monsters that are evasive and they have a chance to steal stuff. Well, I stun things for a living. That's what my build's supposed to do. Fast monsters. Maybe the boss at the end will be really hard because he's so fast. Create a stream moment. In the temple. Oh, wait, chest? Normal chest. Meat creature. What did he say? What did my man just say? Did he say dying won't save you? Wait, no, what he actually said was even weird. Science won't save you. Why did he tell that to zombies? Science won't save you. I mean, it will. We got hospitals, man. It often does save you. I don't think he fully understands what science is. His idea of science is figuring out how to take a passive node so you can use a two-hander in one hand. And that is a form of sweet science, I admit.
Fancy seeing you here.
Follow me, spirit. This one.
That's the one. Put it
That's the
down.
one. Got him.
Nicely done.
Alright, I got 24 seconds left of the death buff. For breach. Sounds good to me. Boom.
Come here.
I've reached the end. Alright, now what did I miss in my haste? Ooh, a 19 gem? I don't think I've gotten a 19 gem yet. Hell yeah. Boner wand. Omen Sceptra. Oh, perfect. The Dark Domain. Let's go. Let's go in now. But I might run out of loot, so real quick.
What is it? Who sent you? What do you need?
Where did I put that? Oh, here we go. 19. Bone Shatter or Hammer of the Gods? Bone Shatter's chillin', actually. Hammer can potentially finish a boss off, so we'll take that. And we enter the Dank Domain. A rare event in the Abyss. Enters a crazy place with dudes and sometimes a boss at the end. Mostly a bunch of really hard dudes. Ram Ranch, but green. Alright, because there were 3 tiny chests up there, it might mean this is the boss one. Because usually there's super big treasure chests straight north. I don't know. I probably haven't done enough of these to really know if that means something or if it's just random yet, but we'll see. Cheddar. Cheddar. Riesling. Preserved jawbone. Nice. for the green to go away. And there really haven't been many guys here, so my guess is that this is a boss one. Could be wrong. Oh, it is. Let's go. Okay. Maybe that does have something to do with it. Hell yeah. Alright. The door. Oh, there he is. Oh, this is a different boss than last time. Oh, gotta watch out for the rolling balls, I guess. Fuck. Oh, we have to do mechanics. I failed to kill him fast enough. There he is. There he is. Got him. Hey, alright. Get blown up. Dude, it's so sick. Abyss. 8 out of 10 mechanic. And that just happens in the middle of an otherwise normal map. You can kill really hard guys with green goop on the ground. Great loot. Every once in a while, dark domain. Enter the dank domain. Even harder guys. Neat loot. And then sometimes in there, boss fight guy. There are times where I finished the, like, dark domain underneath the abyss. And went back to town and, like, forgot. Because it felt like I beat the map, like, worth of content. And I forgot, I'm like, oh wait, that's right, I'm only half done with the map itself. It's just there was so much stuff in there that I thought I was done. It felt like, oh, that's how much content is in a map. Wait, there he is. There he is. Green man. Badoosh. And checkpoint to get to the boss, but there's like guys here, we'll kill them, right? I'm not like rushing towards bosses. It's all experience points. Oh, it's this guy. It's the dude who instantly one-shots you with teleport katana Zui action. Alright, it's a race. This guy was super hard in the campaign. He also has 2 life bars, the son of a bitch. That was a test. That is what, in the industry, we call it an intentional death. In the campaign, he could one-shot you. And I wanted to know, could he one-shot all of this? And the answer is yes. I have now... The data is collected. And that means we have to actually dodge. Okay, so if it's close, it still almost kills me. Got it. If it's 3, I win? Nope, it's not. And the Time Lord stops time. He's like, hold up, my boy didn't even get to do his special move. Hold up. Yep. Ow. God damn, this dude. The damage. Cool. Alright, I got 2 more shots. Alright, hey, let's try that again. Oh, he's up here this time. Ow. I really gotta learn when to dodge those things. I have one more chance to learn. Must remember the 5 Ds of dodge, yeah. Is the first one dodge at the right time? Alright, go way outside. Wait, he just dies this time? I thought the Time Lord shows up and helps a homie out. Not that time? Is there like a chance of that not happening? I don't know how to feel about that. I was ready for him to get stopped at 20% again, and then I have to deal with the bullshit.
Yes.
Interesting. Oh, you know what? I bet it's whichever one of him... Because that time he was in the lower left, was the one of the meditator guys, and that time he was in the upper right. So maybe depending on which version of himself is chosen, they have different abilities and stuff. Maybe? Like, maybe that's it?
We need to collect more. I have many services.
If so, very interesting. Might be keeping that one around.
Our gold is worth more than this.
Oh, and I got another Varashta's Blessing. Which is one of the special new gems you can put in. Except I found like 3 of them, and all 3 of the ones I found are just like heinously bad, worth nothing. But some of them are really good. So don't know why I missed that one.
To collect more. What do you need? Find more brief remnants for my research.
Anyway, turns out I remembered the 5 Ds of dodge. Well, the first D is dodge at the right time. And the second D is simply kill him before he does literally anything. And I chose to do that one. I thought he would get saved again, but I guess not. Something awaits you in the well. Hey, alright. I got 2 of those now. That's a pinnacle boss of the Abyss, I think. I'm going to do it once I have good gear instead of the gear I have now. It looks good, but I mean, it's alright. Maybe it is pinnacle time. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, beat the cool guy. Comfortably into maps. Warriors feeling fun. Game is feeling fun, man. What a good update. What a huge update. Act 4. What an excellent act. Probably my favorite one yet. Between all the different acts in the game, Act 4 stands out to me as far and away the best of them. And there's going to be 6 eventually. So, hey, I'm looking forward to that. Sounds good to me. Anyway, short stream, only 3 hours. But I don't know, I'm an everydayer. At least for this week. For now. Damn, and the beginning of the stream was super hype. Because now I got something to look forward to. Ogre stuff. Very interesting. Anyway, TY for stopping by. Tomorrow's stream, because apparently I stream every day now, will be happening whenever Vince isn't. Like, sometimes he streams at 8, and sometimes he streams from a hotel room at 9 a.m. And so whenever he's not streaming, I'll go live. Which is just what I've decided to do. A rare Wednesday stream? Dude, I streamed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm a regular streamer now. I'm like one of those streamers. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Game's fun. Yeah, putting in the hooers. Wait, I can't pronounce hours like that. It gives the wrong impression. Well, maybe the right impression.